Good morning, guys. How is everybody? I'm not doing yes, no's in the morning. Those are my evening streams. This is a morning motivation live. We talk all things you are a badass. Holy crap. Hello, everyone. Hi, Papa. Is everybody ready for Thanksgiving? Good morning, good morning. Thank you for the likes. There's Brittany. Hi, Linda. How are you? So, I uploaded all my videos yesterday, and I got copyright flag on like half of them. So, if I'm going to be uploading these to YouTube, I'm going to not play music in the background. I don't do yes no's in the morning, honey. That's in my evening stream. Yeah, I know. They're still there. You can still view them. So, we'll play. Oh, this is pretty loud. Sorry, I'm trying to grab Willow. Sorry, I'm a little late today. The kids are on break, so. Oh, look at that. Slim Shady. First one out the bat. Right? I don't do yes no's in the morning, honey. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't have any Fun Cup this morning either. Just have. I need to get more Fun Cups. Thank you for the panda. You traded in some gems today. That's awesome. I don't know who all is going to show up today. There's Indigo. Yeah, my kids didn't go to school today because they're off, so getting up was a bit of a challenge. Oh, that's a good idea, Ginger. I will have to do that. I have a lot of coffee mugs, but like all my big ones are in the dishwasher. How is everybody? Everybody excited for Thanksgiving? Come on. Come up. Crackhead number one. You found the tarot card stickers. Huh? Willow ran away. Say hi, Rory. I'm excited. I love Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday. My favorite one ever, just because it's all about the food and the people. Oh, do you have a head cold? What do you got going on, Ginger? There's the, I love it. Tucker the turkey. Oh no, I felt nauseous for like 2 weeks now. Ugh. I'm sorry. Hi Hilda. I don't do yes no's in the morning. That's only at my evening streams. Yeah, I hope you do feel better. What is it? Ginger garlic broth. Make some ginger garlic broth, either with chicken broth or beef broth. Either one works. That'll help. Ginger helps with the nausea. You're pregnant? Yeah, Brittany turned us on to that. You can even use ground ginger, garlic, whatever garlic you have on hand. Got Trent in the background. He thinks it's stress. Ugh. Yeah, ginger will help with the nausea.
I never tried ginger ale.
Yeah, ginger ale works too. So did anybody take note of things that they were saying yesterday? Yeah, ginger needs ginger. You need some ginger. Bottle yourself up and take it. One more day of babysitting for me this week. Yeah, instead of one day when we were in a place, I started giving myself a timeline. Nice. So instead I was like in December when we move. I like that. Because even with that too, that it gives you that goal. You know what I mean? Like, don't, it puts a little bit of pressure, but not like the bad pressure. Because it's what you want. And sometimes we need that push. I say I can't a lot. I notice I say that a lot. Even though I know better. It's finally happened moment together. Yes, good morning. How are you? Willow. More turkeys. There's Andre. Hello, Andre. Good morning. Good morning, Mary. How are you? Patty Cakes has joined.
No.
I just put it up there.
No.
Figure it'd be fun. How is Andre? I'm sorry, Mary. I don't do yes no's in the morning. I do yes no's in the evening on my evening streams. Can you look at that? It's so hard to work when everyone's home. Andre is, well, that's a whole nother live. Oh no. Kiara, I don't do yes no's in the morning. Look at her. She's like, let me get your goal for you. Thank you, Brittany. Oh. Brittany hit my goal. Thanks, Brittany. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay. Alright, you guys ready for your 5-minute meditation? Oh, I don't know if my thing's gonna last. I'm trying to hide my iPad last night, and it's at 1%. So, hopefully I can get the clock to, the timer to work for 5 minutes. Alright, I'm just gonna set a timer and hope and pray that this doesn't die in the midst of it. Trent, can you set a timer on that? Do you know how to set a timer on that? Alright. Britt, can you just put it in the... There we go. And then can you put that we're in a 5-minute meditation? Be back in like 2. By the time people come in. No, just that we're in that meditation. Hold on, let me see if this is... No, that's not a charger. Shoot. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm starting the timer. If you have a hard time kind of clearing your mind, don't forget to focus back on your breath. Okay. That was probably the most distracted meditation I've had. I'm sure you guys heard my kid giggling in the background. Hey, we took 5 minutes. They're not always going to be perfect. They're not always going to be, you know, that perfect shot. Hey Trent, do you know where any iPad charger is? The iPad needs charged. Yeah. Well, it was so funny last night because it was in our group message and there was that picture that you took of Percy sitting in front of you, I think like on Sunday or whatever. And Justin's like, "Is that Trent?" I was like, "No, that's Percy." Mind you, Trent has red hair, but like just the way he was sitting and I think how thick his hair is too. Like it, I was just like, yeah, I could see it. I mean, because I know it was from the back, but like it's just funny. Mm, the craziness of the hair. All right. So this chapter is called Procrastination, Perfection, and a Polished Beer Garden. So funny because we're talking about perfection, especially with our meditation. Like, it's not always going to be perfect, and that's okay. This is going to be a good one. I remember this one. In order to kick ass, you must first lift up your foot. That's from this author, Jen Sincero. One of my first jobs out of college was production coordinator for the Ethnic Folk Arts Festival, which was put on by a little nonprofit group in New York City. Call me out, right? I heard about the position opening up from a friend and I decided I have to have the job even though I've never produced a thing in my life and find folk art to be fairly yawnable. It looked like fun anyways. They worked out of a funky loft in Tribeca, knew a lot about music, brought their dogs to work. In the festival, I had been working on gathered musicians, dancers, and artists from around the globe and brought them together in a Polish beer garden in Queens for a big fat party, which meant men in skirts and free sausage and beer. So I put together a resume that listed such achievements as produced plays in college, demanded my friends show up to watch my boyfriend act, started several organizations in high school, started a sledding team that had no competition and only one meeting where we spent most of the time figuring out how to score some beer, worked at my college radio station, hung around while my friend DJ'd. Then I got all dressed up in some business casuals and I borrowed from my mom that didn't fit and marched off to my interview. A couple of hours later, me and my big mouth had a new job. That night I laid awake in wide-eyed horror. My God, what have I done? I'm a monster. These sweet, big-hearted, sandal-wearing people just handed me a coffee can full of money that they spent an entire year collecting for this festival. And I'm the lying fathead who's gonna blow it. I thought about turning myself in, but unwillingly to turn down a good party, went for it instead and wound up working harder for them than I ever worked in my life. I decided that I'd rise to the occasion, that I would do whatever it it took to make this the best damn festival that the Polish beer garden had ever seen. And I pulled it off with flying colors, if I do say so myself. I got all 27 of my unemployed friends to hand out flyers and take tickets in exchange for the aforementioned free sausage and beer, herded the unruly polka dancers into their places on time, got the latke vendors set up, and saw to it that the bagpipe parade went off without a hitch. If there's something you really want, I'm not necessarily saying you should lie to get it, but I'm saying you're probably lying to yourself if you're not going after it. Because so often when we say we're unqualified for something, what we're really saying is that we're too scared to try it, not that we can't do it. And, you know, there's so many times people come into this live, especially in the evening, and say, oh, I want a new job, but I don't have the education. I don't have the experience. Still apply for it, because there are situations like that it's real life experience. It might not be job experience, but it's real life experience. This book is a call out like Andre's Oracle cards, right? It really is. That's why I love it too. Most of the time, it's not lack of experience that's holding us back, but rather the lack of determination to do what we need to do to be successful. We put so much energy in coming up with excuses why we can't be, do, or have the things we want, and designing the perfect distractions to keep us from our dreams. Imagine how far we'd get if we just shut up and used all that energy to go for it instead, right? Instead of us saying, I can't do it because of da 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 da, just for fun, why don't I give it a try, right? What's the worst that can happen? Here's the good news. One, we all know way more than we give ourselves credit for knowing. Number two, we are drawn to things we're naturally good at, which counts more than having a graduate's degree in the subject, by the way. Three, there's no better teacher than necessity. And four, passion trumps fear. In hindsight, I realized that I was more qualified for that job than I thought. I'm a big sister, which means I'm naturally bossy. I love throwing parties, and I can talk to anyone, even 76-year-old Russian men who don't speak English and are freaking out because they can't find their tights. I went on to do many more things that I was unqualified for, but I also wasted plenty of time pretending I wasn't ready to do some other things I really wanted to do. And shockingly, the times I jumped in and went for it were way more fun than the times I spent sitting around getting ready and doing nothing instead. Whether it's an online dating profile you're not ready to post, or a trip you want to take after you lose 10 pounds, or a business you want to start as soon as you save enough money, just start now. Do whatever it takes. You could get run over by the ice cream man tomorrow. One time I spent an entire month preparing my office to write a book. I got just the right chair, put the desk in the perfect place by the window, organized all the materials I needed, and then reorganized them 3 times. Cleaned the place until you could perform surgery on the floor, and then proceeded to write the entire thing at my kitchen table. Procrastination is one of the most popular forms of self-sabotage because it's really easy. There are so many fun things you can do in order to procrastinate, and there's no lack of other people who are totally psyched in procrastination with you. And while it can be super fun in the moment, eventually the naughtiness buzz wears off and you're sitting there a few years later feeling like a loser, wondering why the hell you still haven't gotten your act together, and why other people you know are getting big fat promotions at their jobs, or taking trips around the world, or talking about the latest orphanage they opened up in Cambodia on NPR. Excuse me. If you're serious about changing your life, you'll find a way. If you're not, you'll find an excuse. In the interest of getting you where you want to go in this lifetime, here are some tried and true tips to help you stop procrastinating. Remember that done is better than perfect. Just get the damn website up already, or send out the mailer, or make the sales call, or book the gig, even though you're not totally ready yet. Nobody else cares or will probably even notice that everything isn't 100% perfect. And quite honestly, nothing ever will be 100% perfect anyways, so you might as well start now. There's no better way to get things done than to already be rolling along. Momentum is a wonderful thing, not to mention highly underrated, so get off your ass and get started now. Number 2, notice where you stop. When you're working on whatever you're working on, or whatever you're pretending to work on, where exactly do you stop? Is it when you have to do the research, make the scary phone calls, figure out how to raise the money right after you start, when you have to commit, when it starts getting good, right before it takes off, before you even get out of bed? If you can pinpoint the precise moment that you say, screw it, I'm out of here, you can prepare yourself for hitting the oil slick by hiring coaches or assistants, or psyching yourself up, or delegating that particular part out of it, and removing known distractions. For example, let's say you discover that every time you sit down to make calls to try and book yourself a speaking gig, you mysteriously find yourself pulled into Facebook for hours. Turn off the internet or go someplace to make calls where you can't get online, like a park, or your car, or Antarctica, and then decide that you have to make 5 calls before you can check back in and see if anyone commented on the picture you posted of your cat eating a potato chip. Make a bet with someone mean. A good way to make yourself accountable is to make a bet with someone who will hold you to it. They must have no mercy. They can't coddle you or understand that you tried your best. You want the kind of person who will make you feel humiliated even before the excuses come out of your mouth, or who will show up at your doorstep with a burlap sack, a big rock, and a blindfold should you attempt to wiggle out of paying your debt. And make sure you bet something that's painful to lose, but not too unrealistic. For example, you could bet someone $1,000 that you'll have the first chapter of your book written by a certain date. Make it payable amount that you really don't want to pay, but that's barely within your reach. Then write that check out to him, include the payment date, and keep it over your desk to remind you of what's in store if you don't get the job done. And if you really want to up the stakes, tell him that if you don't meet your deadline, instead of giving him the money, you'll donate the $1,000 to a group or a cause that makes your flesh crawl. Personally, I find this kind of horror works wonders for my self-discipline. Number 4, own it and work with it. Thank you for the follow. If you're the kind of person who blows everything off until the last minute and you know this about yourself, why waste your time freaking out while you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing? Go to the damn beach, have a cocktail, and when pressure's on, get down to business. There's nothing worse than time wasted pretending to work or stressing out while trying to have fun. No work gets done and no fun is had. It's the worst of both worlds. Figure out how much time you truly need to get the job done and go do something else until the clock starts ticking. And number 5, love yourself right now wherever you're at. So this is where we really start to notice where our excuses are, right? Where we stop once we get moving. Thank you, Brittany. So, do you guys, know where you procrastinate, where you make excuses, what the excuses are? Oh, Rory. And the next one's... I'm going to keep it at that chapter today. Because the next one's pretty big, and since some people aren't necessarily in here, we'll hold it there. I procrastinate so much. It's how I tell myself I've done enough. I'm just going to be lazy for a while. Yeah, I mean, I do that. My thing is, I, like, when you notice where you stop, I stop right before it's all done. Like, think about it. I have that whole book ready to be published, pretty much. I mean, it's not perfect, and that's what I was holding off on, was making it perfect. But literally, all I have to go through is one last editing thing and submit it. My website's pretty much done. I was waiting on pictures to put up, but it's pretty much done. Or the one day comes up again, right? So I notice I stop right before it's finished. Like, I'm not good enough, or I'm not even sure. I'm too random on that. Let me procrastinate on figuring out why I want to procrastinate, right? Good morning, Asa. How are you, baby? Yeah, so that seems to be like, I'll do all the work. I'll do all the work. And it's the last bits of tying it all together that keeps me from pushing it all the way through. You're okay? You get ready for the holiday? I think with me, it's always either I procrastinate getting started, or I get started and I go all the way to the end, and then I never follow through the end. So that's where I need that push. I need that mean friend. But see, I can't, because my writing coach actually had me make a deal that I didn't want to do in order to get my book published. But my brain knows, like, who's going to hold me to it? Me? Okay. Because when I wrote the book, and the book was finished by the deadline, right? But it wasn't published or anything like that. I finished the book by the deadline, but I didn't publish it. And my my bet was to go get a real job if I didn't, right? A real 9 to 5. Well, I didn't want to do that, and I finished the book. I just didn't publish the book. So, like, no, it doesn't work for me. Negative reinforcements, negative, bribery doesn't work for me. I'm just being honest. I'll somehow figure a way out of it. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm like, whatever. And I did get a real job, kind of, babysitting. I mean, it's not 9 to 5, but so, although that was like a year later, because this book has been written and done for over a year and a half. And I'm talking about it. So, my friends here on TikTok and YouTube and all of that can be like, did you finish editing so you can publish it? Did you make the cover yet? And maybe if you guys annoy me enough, just like, I know you're not annoying me, but you know what I mean. If you keep asking me, it's going to be like, Jesus Christ, yes, I did. Fine. I did it. Right? I think that works for me more than the negative reinforcements. Because I'm telling you guys right now, I write a lot like her. I'm kind of all over the place. I write the way I think. Well, did you do the cover art? Not yet. Not yet. I need to figure out for sure. Because the funny thing is before I even bought this book, like, I've heard of her, but, like, the title I think I came up with is You Are a Badass Bitch, or How to Be a Badass Bitch, or something like that. I don't think it's how. I think it's You Are a Badass Bitch. And how to pull yourselves out of the pits of hell. And back on the road to paradise, or something like that. But thank you, Indigo. So, I think I need to do make a different poll about the title. Because especially now that I've read her, Babs, Badass Bitch Energy. Yeah, that might work. That might work. I had somebody else do my first book, and she did a couple mock-ups for the cover. And every other cover that I didn't choose had my name printed on there perfectly. The one I did choose, I didn't even notice that she spelled my last name wrong. So one of my friends was like, "Did you mean to spell your last name wrong on that book, on the cover?" I was like, "Shit." I was like, "I swear to God." Because I just had a friend make it. Your phone's working against you today. Oh no. Does it keep bouncing you out of TikTok? Yeah, I mean, with my last name though, it's not unusual for people to misspell it, but I don't know, it was funny. It's a little embarrassing, but whatever. What can you do? Laugh it off. It's telling me to quit procrastinating, go to Walmart. Oh, that's funny. Your first name is the challenge for you. Well, with a last name like Drukenbrod, I get called Drunkenbrod all the time. Yeah, your whole name, yeah. And I can see that. It's so funny. It's so funny because the way you spell your first name is the way that I've always spelled people with that name. And I didn't realize that I was spelling it wrong for most people. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Marci with the D. No, just kidding. I don't have a D. But Marci D. But my initials are McD. My middle initial's C. So, McD. McDonald's. Oh, it's a challenge for others to comprehend. Is Indigo your real first name? Sorry. I know that gets loud in your ears. My excuse was I was gonna spell it drunken. Oh, it's not? Okay. I'm afraid to ask because I'm afraid to not comprehend it. Like, damn, I'm just like everybody else. I respect that. It's alright. Your privacy is important. get that. It's very smart. Oh, so today I have to go get some last minute stuff for Thanksgiving too. Like I need to get milk and eggs and butter. Because I was thinking of all the things I'm making. I'm like, oh, I need cinnamon too. I'm all out of cinnamon. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to write down my list.
Oh, wow, would you look at that? The foot is crafted, and we're here. Amazing. We seem to be very low on fuel, but that should be okay. Let's get out of here.
They should. They used to. Androids used to. I found the Discord channel, and because my Facebook has my real name, I will wait to join that group. Okay, that's fine. It's all good. I think I put the pictures of the book in the Discord. I need to put the link for the YouTube. But you can find me on YouTube under the Loving Rebel, so everything is there. From all of these. I know. Yeah, okay. I haven't been on Discord yet today. So
I think you know what this means.
I'm actually hoping everything kind of moves over to Discord eventually, so because I'll be doing a whole overhaul, well, a build up is really like it. It's not like I have much in Discord. So it's gonna change dramatically. You're watching the FIFA game. The soccer game. I know. Like I have these ideas. Like you're gonna have your own corner, Brittany. So is April, and so is Lindsay, and so is Jenna. So like there's gonna be different sections for you guys. Overall, you know, we'll have everything, but I want you each to have your own section. I had an idea for you before I came on here. No, I can't remember. See, I need to write more shit down. So, but yeah, that's my overall idea for that. Oh, with the podcast. Something to do with the podcast.
The wonderfully named Arcs 2 to remind them of how long it's been staying there. This craft is a ground base. Its goal is to land on the surface of Duna and use this little module here. Science lab. In a science lab, you play.
This is why I send you random messages. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. Like, what I would like, once, you know, we get through at least Thanksgiving, because I would like to launch the podcast and everything by the first of the year. I would like to, like, start having, like, weekly calls just focused especially on this. But let's get through Thanksgiving first. So maybe we can do that this weekend. And then that way we can somehow tie that in as well into the Discord. I need my computer to do the Discord, which I won't have until my kids are at school again. So I have like 2 weeks after Thanksgiving, well, maybe 3, and then they're off until I think the 3rd or whatever, or no, this year I think because they might go back the 5th. I can't remember what
Let's get
day.
this guy up and into orbit.
I'm free once the Clemson game is over on Saturday. Understood. Yeah. So, and what I can do too is so everybody kind of gets used to working in Discord is I can
Alright.
put just
You know the drill by now.
a locked channel for the mods and everything. So we can even discuss in there. We can put all of our ideas. We can have a channel in there to start throwing ideas. Because, you know, when you get an idea, if you hold on to it for too long, it just leaves. So I'm excited for that, though. I would like to see us get moving. It's a noon game, so I should be free by 4. Okay, cool. Sweet. I think that's why, well, tomorrow, Thanksgiving, I need to clean while I cook all day.
Unfortunately for him,
And then,
he plants a flag and inscribes the plot
you know, maybe Friday morning or something, I'll start working on getting Discord all set up in different ways. Because we can even have our calls in there. It doesn't have to be on Facebook, so that way we can even go through and, you know, see different things. What's up, Lou? I hope I didn't wake you this morning. Because I went and stole your ibuprofen. I thought that was on the cat. Well, the cats came in right after me, so I was like, oh, she'll just think it was the cat. Discord is really good at having separate servers and sub-servers, yes. Yeah, exactly. Because we can even, like, have different threads for, like, because, you know, for your corner, for Lindsay corner, for April's corner, for my corner, for Jenna's corner. And so that's the big thing, because I want to give Jenna her own corner for mediumship, because especially now that she can go live too. Yeah, they are. They really are. And I think we can all go. You can turn your video on too. So on some of them, unless that might be a premium subscription. I don't know. I don't know Discord that well. I mean, but it's not hard. Yes. Next time I go live in the evening, she's gonna come in and I'm gonna pull her in the box and do her reading. Just to celebrate. I thought so. I thought it was free. So today, I guess our biggest thing is, you know, focusing on our procrastination, where we stop, why we, you know, put it off, and when we get going, do we start doing things? They are free. Awesome. So, yeah. And how can we change it? What's our motivation to change our procrastination and our stopping? So, yeah, definitely, Andre. Yeet it. Although I tell you, I'm on Mandy's Discord, and so are you, Brett. I know that, but like, you have to turn your notifications off for that server, because I had it on the iPhone I was using, and just so I could kind of keep up in case when we were on live or whatever. And it is literally like notification like every 2 minutes. It's crazy. It was stressing me out. Yeah, you can turn the notification on. Or off, I mean. And then, because eventually, you know, you're going to be checking it every day anyway, so you won't need the notifications on. That's the way I look at it. Have a great day and a wonderful Thanksgiving to you too. Enjoy your time with your friends, Indigo.
Slow us down. Wow, you look at that. It's getting hot. Really, really hot. Must be all that friction.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off.
Yeah, that
I gotta get
friction
adjusted
really
up
generates
for
a lot of
work.
heat on re-entry, doesn't it, guys? Yeah.
You go over to the dollar store and get some stuff.
There couldn't be any other mechanism
Because,
other than friction.
you know, food. So, I am hoping to be on later. But I'm making no promises at this time because I was so pumped to go on last night and that didn't happen. So, but yeah, so I will hopefully be on later. But I'm gonna go and grab some stuff before I have to go to Jenna's. And I will see you guys later. Brett, I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day. And if I don't see you guys, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. So much love to you guys. Take care.